Beer here is getting real close to kitten, so I wanted to show you some signs on how to know if your goat is in labor. So the first sign I ever look for is their ligaments, which I'll show you what that is. But I check their ligaments when they're getting close, like every single day, sometimes multiple times a day, because that's really what's like they're in labor is their ligaments. Ligaments are right like this. These little bones right here and right here. So let me show you on Vanilla. So he's not pregnant, obviously. So they're very hard. Like I can feel that bone there. Very, very hard. So obviously if this was a female, she would not be close at all. Here on the other hand, they're squishy. I can like move her tail around. So that means she's getting real close. And they're hard. Sometimes one side will go soft when they're getting like about to give birth. You know, it could be a couple days depending on the goat, but both of her sides are soft. They're kind of starting to feel like a rubber band, so they'll feel like a pencil when they're not in labor, and then when they're getting close, it feels like a rubber band, and then right before they kid, they'll go away completely, but every goat's different. So I've never actually seen Beer give birth before. I just got her like a year and a half ago, almost, maybe 2 years. I can't remember quite yet. But I didn't breed her last year just because her health wasn't too good. But she is healthy now, and so I don't know, like she could give birth tomorrow, she could give birth today, she could give birth in a couple weeks. It's hard to say because I haven't actually seen her. You learn your goats like every year that they kid, it will be easier to recognize that goat. If you bought a goat that's given birth before, I would ask about those signs, because yeah, I think she's going to give birth within the next couple days. Her little ligaments are very squishy and soft. I can shake them around, so I think she's real close. I have Carmel in my kitten stall over here. She just gave birth today. Here is Carmel. Hey Carmel. She knows her name very well. So this is her little baby. Yesterday I checked Carmel's ligaments and one side was gone. The other side is still squishy, but then there was ligaments on one side and the other side was completely gone. So that's just how Carmel is. Like, show one ligament, like it would just like switch sides. It's weird. Some goats are like that. And that's how Carmel is. So I knew she was going to give birth today. But I had to go work this morning, and so I couldn't be here all day. So I missed her birth because I didn't get home till 1. And then by the time I got home, the kid was all birthed and dry. But I knew that she was going to give birth. I was hoping she would wait till I got home, but oh well. She did a fantastic job though, and she was all clean and good when I got home. Second thing I look for is their back end. So y'all, I'm about to show you a goat butt. So if you don't want to see it, this is the wrong video for you, but I'm about to show you a goat butt. So it's very swollen. So that's a sign they're about to give birth. Also, it swells when they're in heat, when they're pregnant. So when I'm looking for signs when my goats are pregnant, that's also a thing I look for. But it swells more and more towards the end of pregnancy. So it's very swollen right now, so I know she's getting close. But when they're actually about to go in labor, not every goat, but some goats will leak a bunch of mucus, like thick stuff. If they have that, then they will kid within 12 hours. If it's just like some goats will drip mucus throughout their pregnancy, that's normal. But if it's like thick, they're ready to give birth, and it'll give birth within 12 hours. She does not have any of that, so it could be another couple days, but we'll see. Carmel doesn't usually leak thick mucus when she's about to go into labor, so I've had goats that have, had goats that haven't, so it really depends on the goat. Third thing I look for is their udder. Obviously, They're milk. They're a bag. Beer is very full. It's tight. Like, tight. So I think she's going to give birth today or tomorrow, or could be a couple days. And I've never seen her give birth, so she could be different. But with Carmel, the reason I knew she was going to give birth was because her first kitten, she filled up her milk 6 weeks in advance. But after the first kitten, she didn't fill up until like a week before giving birth. Yesterday, it was like full and tight, so that's how I knew she was ready. I honestly think she's gonna give birth super soon because this is like squished, like tight, like, yeah. Fourth way, unknown if you're going to give birth, is their sides sinking. This isn't like, I haven't really noticed this too much with my goats, but I hear it happens a lot as these sides sink in. I've had one goat maybe that did it, but 1 out of like 6. And yeah, her sides aren't looking like it's sinking in. Carmel is so hard though. Like, I only was there for her first birth. After that, she's kidded 3 times so far. And I miss every single one of them because, like, she's just so good at hiding it. I always think she didn't take until she just pops out a kid or randomly has a full udder. It's crazy. Their attitude changes. Like my goats that are more scared, timid goats, they'll be more like, they just want like pats more. Like goats that don't really like them as much will be more friendly. And then like sometimes if I have goats that are very friendly and love pets, or like the opposite and they just don't want it at all. So like their attitude can change. They'll separate themselves from the herd, just kind of like go in their own little space, and they just don't want to be around any other goat. And they'll also make a little area for themselves, start pawing at the ground and get uncomfortable, and they'll just like lay down and look like they're in distress, and that's like a sign that they are about to go into labor. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. Let me know in the comments below if you did. And let me know if you want an update on Bear's kids. And I'll see you next time. How are you doing, Vanilla? Ow! Don't eat my hair! If you have any YouTube video requests, feel free to write them in the comments and I will get that to you. Specifically for you. Thank ya!